I know he's had a lot of accolades and a lot of praise throughout the year, but to actually get voted on and get that award in this league, I think is prestigious. I really do, and I think he's earned it. And we're happy for him, and what was really great is I told him before practice, but then we told the team after practice, and they were really happy for him. So I love seeing that. Because he is just a great teammate, just a fantastic teammate, and he does so many things that don't always get noticed. Like I told him, he's one of the best screeners I've ever coached, and people would not attribute that to him, but he literally is. I mean, he gets people open. I mean, he is a fantastic teammate. He likes to see his teammates score. He likes to score, but he likes to see his teammates score, and he really likes to get them open. And I think it's a great trait for him, especially at that age. So as far as getting ready for this game, Ole Miss poses a lot of problems because they're physical, they're tough, they change defenses. They'll be on a mission, and we've got to match that. I mean, there's no doubt about it. When you've got a senior like Crean, who's had the career he's had, he's going to be on a mission in there. And we've got to do a great job of guarding him. Especially, we did not do. We had a great game plan for him the first time, but we didn't execute it the way it needed to be done. And he got too loose in our game, and we gave up baskets to too many other guys like Buffin and Cy, and those guys scored as well. But we didn't score very well in that game. Ray had 1 field goal, Anthony had 3 field goals. We're not going to beat anybody doing that. And we've got to get production from a lot of people in this. But I think these guys are excited to play. With good, sharp, solid practice yesterday. Today was very walk-through, run-through oriented, and in an hour's time, hour and 10 minutes time. And then tonight or late this afternoon, we'll get in there and shoot inside of their gym, or inside of the arena, I should say. And have game day tomorrow. So go ahead.
I was going to ask you about shooting. Shooters, good shooters. You have them, but sometimes they have off nights.
Yeah.
Are there any things you talk about shooting in the arena that if you absolutely have to put a gun to your head and we got to shoot in this game that you can do to assure it as much degree as possible?
As far as shooting,
shooting the ball.
Well, we can't settle. I would answer your question this way: we can't settle for shots. We settled way too much against LSU the other day, and we made 3 threes, right? I mean, we can't. You're not beating people making 3 threes. I mean, you have to be phenomenal in so many other areas, and you've got to make open shots, but you can't settle for them. And we've got to do a much better job of getting the ball reversed, more passes, more cutting, and then it's almost like contagious sometimes. Like we hit 10 threes, I think, against Arkansas, right? The ball was moving at a high rate. We make 3 against LSU. It's not moving at a high rate. So you have to, if you're going to win this time of year, I mean, it's defense, it's rebounding, it's execution. You have to make shots, right? You have to make them. But at the same time, you can't hunt them and you can't settle for them.
Tom, what do you think the team's level of fight and determination is, and has it not been what you wanted the last couple of games?
No, because we've practiced extremely well. I mean, we practiced extremely well. And we've had days this year where we didn't practice well, and it manifested itself in the game in a bad way. But that has not been the case. So no, I don't see that. I see fatigue at times. There's no doubt about that. I see the grind of not only a long season, but we start early, right? I mean, it's a cumulative effect on these guys, especially those 9 freshmen. I mean, when you start in June the way that you do, and there's only a couple weeks off in August, I mean, that's the way the game is set up now. There's nothing that we do they are prepared for because they're never used to it in the way that they play in high school or the way that they play in AAU, right? I mean, you're playing year-round, but it's not like this, with this level of practice and intensity. But I would say it's good. I would say we get a defeatist mindset a little too quick. I would say we let disappointment turn into discouragement sometimes, where we get discouraged or we feel like we're failing and we get quiet. The other day, I think that happened to us. That's maturity. It's not necessarily immaturity as much as we haven't grown into it yet. So immaturity is when you're silly, when you're not trying. But growing into maturity is where we're at. And there's times we're good at it, there's times we're not. That's why we're so inconsistent. And that's the hard part. But I wouldn't say, I think their fight and spirit and attitude is very good going into it. What we've got to do is be able to have more resolve when it's not going well for us. That's what happened the other day.